Hello, Vicky.
Today I figured I would do a more wearable Pennywise. You know, some people don't like to look ugly on Halloween. I'm not one of those people. I like to look ugly on Halloween. If I've nailed the look I'm going for, I'm happy with it. Whether that's something cute, something ugly, doesn't matter. I don't know if I've posted it yet, but I filmed a video where I did half my face as Pennywise and half my face as Captain Spaulding. And I was kind of just messing around. And then I was thinking that maybe I should do something a little more wearable because a lot of people just like to look, you know, cute on Halloween. So we're just gonna get started. I already did my base. I just used Too Faced Born This Way foundation and I brushed up my brows, put a little tiny bit of Benefit brow powder in them, but I'm not doing my brows on camera unless it's like expressly a brow video, which I will film because I get comments on my brows all the time. I'm gonna grab this what is this? Morphe E17. I'm gonna take Love Plus from Sugar Pill. I have a Z palette full of just like random stuff. I've got some like MAC shades, some Sugar Pill shades, a bronzer, and then some glitter injections stuff going on over here. So I'm gonna take Love Plus from Sugar Pill and just start packing that in my crease. And this doesn't have to be like super precise or anything. We're kind of just like mapping out what's going on right now. And even though this is more of a glam look, I'm not trying to be super perfect. I mean, he is still a clown that's gonna eat you if he comes into contact with you. So I probably wouldn't wear a look like this, but I know, again, there are plenty of people who don't want to actually look like a killer clown on Halloween. I don't understand it, but I'm also not here to judge. I'm just gonna take my Y16 from Morphe. It has nothing on it, and just start kind of buffing out the edges. For I think like the week leading up to Halloween last year, I was like fully going to the bar with my face painted like a jack-o'-lantern. I'll insert a photo. But I was like just like walking around like this like a freak. But I like a really blown out look really no matter what I'm doing. So now I'm gonna go into my James Charles palette. My goal is to pretty much just use my James Charles palette and my Z palette for this. I know not everybody has as much makeup as I do, and I don't even have as much as like actual beauty influencers and stuff, but so I'm just gonna take the burgundy kind of shade in this palette and just start adding a little bit of depth here. I think I might try to have this edited and uploaded before my other one, because that's just like a normal makeup tutorial thing, like a chatty get ready with me. Since Halloween is coming up, I want to get some Halloween videos out. I know this lighting setup isn't like stellar. I'm changing it whenever I can, you know, lighting ain't cheap. I'm just taking the like, I don't know what to call this. It's like almost like a super dark, like purpley brown. It's the second darkest shade in this palette. It's right above the black. We are literally just doing a smoky eye. Pretty straightforward. Did everybody see It yet? Like It Chapter 2? It was really good. You know, I am a huge horror fan. I'm like a horror buff. I love horror movies. I don't usually read the books. I kind of have a rule. If there's like a movie that I like that I haven't already read the book, I usually won't read the book because then everyone says that it ruins the movie for you, and I don't always have time to sit down and read a whole book. I do have time to sit down and watch a whole movie. I don't want some of my favorite movies to be ruined for me because I read the book. It's a book, obviously. It has, you know, goes into more detail. So anyway, moral of the story, I never actually read the book. So I wasn't expecting all of the hard-hitting, controversial things that happened in the beginning of the movie. And I don't know, I just thought the movie was really well done. Love the cast. Did a great job with that. I had no clue that James McAvoy is Scottish. Literally zero clue. I'm just going back in with Love Plus from my Z palette. With this is a Kylie brush actually that came in one of my Kylie palettes. back in with that burgundy shade. Going in with the big guns. I'm gonna take this crown brush. It's like a little, like a domed, it's not quite as thin as a pencil brush. It's like some kind of weird domed thing. Just going, we're just going down the line, darker and darker. Patting that. I'm not even taking it up to my crease. I'm just patting it close to the lash line, blending it up a little bit. I would fully leave the house like this on a normal day, PS. So I'm gonna take that same Y16 and go back into Love Plus and really pack that under my eye. I mean, we are just really going for it. Really blowing that out. I'm gonna take, this is from Glow Minerals. This is their just like pressed base. This isn't like a brand you're gonna find in Sephora or anything. I don't even know where to get it, to be honest. We used to sell it at my old salon, but this powder foundation is freaking killer. It's so good. So anyway, I'll just take it and press it over the spots where I got a little too carried away. Just, I'm using like a packer brush. This is the M167 from Morphe. We're doing the same thing that we did on the upper. I'm gonna go in with that like dark purpley, like it's like a super dark eggplant almost, with my M507 from Morphe. Then I'm gonna go in with that burgundy shade a little bit. Right below that. Same brush, don't even care. Alright, now I'm just gonna take this M432, this like, you know, flat thing. I'm gonna take the black from James Charles palette and just run this right along my lash line. Just on the outer corner. To about halfway in, but we mainly want to focus that out here. Okay, and that's pretty much it for the eyes until we do like the lines. I'm going to take my Sephora blush in the shade, what is this? In the shade Fascinated, which is like a hot orangey, pinky, I don't know. I'm gonna take a little bit of this. Don't be afraid to really pack on blush too. That's the first thing to go throughout the day is blush. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose. I'm gonna take, this is old as hell. This is a very old NYX lip liner in the shade Sienna. I have had this for way too long. I probably shouldn't even be using it anymore. I'm just gonna put that on my waterline. You could obviously do black if you prefer that, but I'm feeling red. So on my tight line, let me scoot in a little bit here. Gonna take my Marc Jacobs black eyeliner. I don't really know the name of it. I'm gonna take my M507 again, this little tiny like dome blender thing. I'm gonna take some more of Love Plus and we're gonna start mapping out our lines here. Now obviously if you wanted to, you could just do like baby lines, like you don't have to go all the way to your mouth if you don't want to. So we'll just kind of start with that. I'll connect them later. Also, mapping out your lines with shadow first is a good way to, you know, make sure they're symmetrical, well, as symmetrical as they can be. I mean, right now mine aren't even close. Anytime I do clown makeup, I map out or Alice Cooper makeup because I'm a huge Alice Cooper fan, so I do stuff like this sometimes. I always map it out first with shadow. So I'm gonna go in with my Mehron Paradise paints. Mine are a mess. I am gonna use these. If you don't have this palette, obviously not everybody does, then you can always go in with eyeliner, or you can even wet your red eyeshadow and do it that way. There's a million ways you can do it. You definitely don't need to have paints like this. But I do have them, so I'm gonna use them. So take my liner brush into the red, and I'm gonna take a little bit of black and mix that in just to darken it a little bit. And we're gonna start. The brow's kind of a pain in the ass, not gonna lie. Pretty straightforward. Just making lines. They don't have to be perfect either. I mean, these are killer clowns we're talking about here, so your lines absolutely do not have to be perfect. And see how this one's kind of like lumpy? The lettering or the title of the movie looks like that. So, you know, just run with it. See, and we still look kind of pretty. If you wanted to, you could stop there. Just do the lips. We'll jump to the lips real quick. I'm just taking my NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in, what is this called? Star Woman. That's good enough for the time being, because I'm gonna go around the edges with my lip liner. Wipe it off a little bit since it was like in my eye. Oh, I just broke it. This lip pencil is crumbling as we speak. I don't understand. Now, as you can see, I kind of dragged out the corners a little bit. We're gonna do lower lip. I'm overlining in the center of my lip here. We're gonna take a page out of Snitchery's book. She just uploaded a video showing the world how she does her lips, and she has a special technique. She calls it underlining. We're gonna take our Hourglass foundation stick. You can use literally whatever you want, concealer, foundation. This is what I use. But we are gonna cut the lower lip a little bit. Just gonna get a little sketchy with a red, but we're gonna do it anyway. So Pennywise, his, you know, bottom lip comes, it droops down. So to fake that a little bit, we're gonna cut in just like that. We're gonna go and do the same thing on the other side. You gotta be kind of careful with reds because it'll like drag pink a little bit. That's annoying. Okay, this is like the Sephora brand Black Matte Liquid Lip. We're just gonna dab that on in there. And darken our lip a little bit. I'm gonna take that same Morphe brush I used earlier, the M167, and take my powder and just powder over that. Okay, so my camera stopped recording without my knowledge or permission. So basically what I did was I took this brown glitter from Glitter Injections. It's called Chocolate Kiss, like a warm tone brown, reddish brown kind of. I just packed that on my lid and on the lines, and that's that. You can stop here if you want. I'm not going to. I'm gonna take my ghetto paintbrush that I cut into like a liner brush because I'm like that, and I'm gonna go back into the red and black in my Paradise paints, and we're gonna continue that line to the mouth because I feel like that's kind of what makes him like look like Pennywise, like the new Pennywise anyway, is, you know, the lines going to the mouth. So hopefully you do a better job than me at making your lines here, because I just jacked mine all up. That looks like a square. Why did I do that? Aside from that not looking right at all. And we're gonna take Love Plus again and just go around that. It's fine. I mean, life goes on. It's not like the worst I could have done. I could have done worse. And again, I like to leave my lines a little messy. I don't like it to be too precise, too clean. Now, for my James Charles palette, I'm gonna take that dark, like, eggplant kind of color and go through the center. I'm gonna take that glitter just on my finger. Glitter Injection glitters are so easy because they don't require a base. They come with one built in, so what I did was I just dabbed that on my lid. No real rhyme or reason, just dabbing it on there. tapping it up into where that line starts. Down here. Tap some. Take my liner brush, the bent liner brush that I was originally using for my lines. I'm just taking that. And we're dragging that glitter down. Probably have better luck with a different brush, to be honest. This brush isn't the easiest for this. This one would probably work better. Either way, glitter liner in any capacity is never very easy. And then, you know, if you get like an actual glitter liner, like Urban Decay makes awesome glitter liners. I don't actually like using them that way. And there you have it, you know? Not quite as intense, not all the face paint, you know? We'll just take more Love Plus. Dab that on there. And there you have it. It can be pretty quick, easy. You know, it's not incredibly accurate to the movie, but people will know who you are. Yeah, I think that would be a little bit of a lie to call this like glam Pennywise. This is just easier than my other Pennywise look, I think. It's just a little less involved. It's really just a red smoky eye with some lines. I'm not really digging the contrast between my nose and the rest of the reds, so I'm gonna take a little bit of that burgundy shade from my James Charles palette, M433, and you know, match that a little better. Like if I was gonna wear this a white turtleneck, I think Forever 21 sells these like white joggers with a red stripe down the side, and that seemed perfect to me. And I'd probably wear my shoes that I wear every day that look disgusting now, my Adidas like 80s style. I freaking love these shoes. These are like, I literally wear these every day. So this would be like Pennywise, but just chilling, just relaxed killer clown. I hope you like this. Feedback, comments, whatever. Is it too long? Is it too short? Let me know. Do you guys like the lighting? Do you hate it? Audio? Just like give me feedback about everything. I hate when my phone goes off when I'm talking. Okay, so I guess maybe if anybody has any ideas of anything they'd like to see, comment down below. Comment on my Instagram, DM me, whatever. Just let me know, because I'm not great at this, so bye.